Welcome back, and that's right. It is time to talk about the best tournament in professional wrestling. No, bar none. This is the one, the standard bearer, the top of the pile. Bun the rest of them tournaments around the world. New Japan know how to put on a bloody good tournament, and this was a great start to it. Now we could go through and talk about all those tag team matches, but bun them. I ain't sitting here talking about prelim matches that mean nothing. We're getting down to it, down to the brass tacks, as they say. Let's just talk about the matches that matter. Best of the Super Juniors, Block A. It's day one, baby. This is Wrestling Bants. Let's do this. Best of the Super Juniors is underway. And what a way to kick it off. By opening the forbidden door wide open. And who comes through? They play their ace straight away. The ace in the deck. The X Division champion. Impact Wrestling's own Ace Austin. He arrives in New Japan. Debut match. My goodness, this guy is talented. Like I've been saying for a very long time. Give this guy his flowers. Give him the respect that is due. The X Division champion for a reason. What a match, though. You got to admit, Clark Connors, very, very good. Give that guy his flowers, too, because this was a good opening contest and a great way to kick off Best of the Super Juniors 29. Ace Austin gets the win. Good debut match for him over a very impressive Clark Connors. But that's 2 points in the bag already for Ace Austin in a very impressive match. Very good way to open the show. But we move on to Alex Zayne. He's insane. Some of the moves that guy was pulling off in the first match against Yoshinobu Kanemaru, or Kane Maru, as I used to call him back before I knew what was what. Yoshinobu Kanemaru. He tried his best, but Alex Zayne, man. Alex Zayne, that finisher, the cinnamon twist, you know. What a finisher. What a maneuver off the top rope. High flying at its very best on this show today. We got a lot of it. Like I said, the prelims, they did showcase some of the guys that are going to be in Block B. But this Block A is nothing to be sneezed at because Alex Zayne, honestly, one of the best high flyers I've seen in a long time. Some of the moves this guy was pulling, and he ain't a small geezer. It's not like he's little. He's quite big. He's quite built. And to be able to be pulling off some of those moves that he was pulling off, very, very impressive. I like his look. I like his in-ring skills. What's not to like about Alex Zayne? He could go all the way. He could. Okay, he's probably not everyone's favourite. And I don't know a lot about the guy. I'll admit that right now. I've only seen him a couple of times recently on shows. I think I saw him on Ring of Honor a couple of weeks ago when they had their super show. But apart from that, I don't know a lot about the guy. But what I've seen so far, I'm liking. The more I see him, the more I like him. So I can't complain. We move to another guy I do not know much about. But when you see and hear that he has been given the Will Ospreay stamp of approval, you know how good this guy's going to be. Part of the United Empire. TJP in his corner, and he needed that. TJP saving the day, in my opinion. Because if it weren't for TJP, Show was going to pull out some underhanded tactics to get the win. He had a wrench wrapped up in his t-shirt, and he was ready to use that. No doubt. Don't doubt about this Show geezer, man. This ain't some smiley, Roppongi 3K guy anymore. He's underhanded. He's dirty. He's part of Bullet Club, the House of Torture, along with Evil. So you know he's going to pull some underhanded shit at some point. And he tried his best too. But the talent of Francesco Akira, it's like watching Will Ospreay from about 10 years ago. Honestly, this kid is amazing. Fantastic to watch. I'm loving seeing all these new Super Junior heavyweights around in this competition. Very, very impressive. Great match with him and Show. Show's good, man. Show is very, very good. And for me, Show, when they were split up, I was expecting big things out of these two, and they still have time to deliver. But on this show, it wasn't to be. Another win for another new debutante in New Japan at the Best of the Super Juniors. A good win for Francesco Akira as he moves on to bigger and harder matches, because they're just coming thick and fast. Wednesday, they've got some top matches from Block A again. But this was a great way to kick off the show. No doubt at all, because next we got the ticking time bomb against a funky weapon. And we were promised that there would be no but stuff. No but stuff. No red pants. No asses in faces. None of that. We're getting down to it. We're going to have a professional wrestling match. Serious professional wrestling match. And that's what it's all about. But Rysuke Taguchi, of course, fell off the wagon. Couldn't help himself. Couldn't resist the temptation of pulling down his trousers and getting his arse out. We saw the red pants, but luckily no white arse in faces of anyone today, because the ticking time bomb was having none of that. We did have a catch me if you can at the beginning when they were just chasing each other around the ring. Looked a bit ridiculous, but who can blame Takahashi? Because don't sleep on Taguchi. While he may be a funny fucker, it's all a deceptive facade, because he is dangerous. When he locks that ankle lock in, no doubt you are tapping like a drunk man. I mean, it was a good match. Enjoyable, fast-paced, action-packed. Bit silly in moments, but a good win for Hiromu Takahashi. The man's won back-to-back Best of the Super Juniors, and he's looking for the trifecta. And why not? Why not? He's one of the best they've got. He's one of the best in the world. One of the best Super Juniors in the world. No doubt about it. And he proved it here, getting the win, making sure there was no silly business, no funny business, just getting in there, being serious and getting that win, getting that dub and getting out of there. Rysuke Taguchi gets rolled up and smoked. Smoke that L, Taguchi. Stick it up your ass, mate. Main event time. We hit the main event already, and who can complain when you've got the IWGP Super Junior Heavyweight Champion going one-on-one with Yo. Now, Yo hasn't really shone since last year, doing really well in the Best of Super Juniors. Since this split up of Roppongi 3K or 4K or 5K, I don't know what K it was. But to be honest with you, he hasn't hit the heights that we'd all expect from him. While Show's been doing good things in Bullet Club and the House of Torture, building a name, Yo has been a bit hit and miss, in my opinion. He's won 1, he's lost 10. He won 7 at last year's Best of the Super Juniors, got to the finals, had one of the best matches ever in a Super Junior final. And then since then, he's just fallen off a cliff. Hasn't done a lot. And in this match, he bought it, no doubt he bought it. He fought his heart out, but it just isn't enough. And honestly, can I see him repeating what he did last year? I don't know. I don't know if he's got it in him. This is a talented field here in Block A. How is he going to be able to beat some of these guys if he's not going to turn up and deliver? I mean, Taiji Ishimori is the IWGP Super Junior Heavyweight Champion, so I've no doubt that he's going to be losing to him, tapping out to the bone lock. And he did give him a good match. So there is a chance where maybe he'll pick up some wins, but I cannot see him getting anywhere near the final this year. No chance. This field is stacked. This block is stacked. Block B is stacked. This is one of the best looking New Japan Best of the Super Junior blocks I've ever seen. Like, How is Yo getting anywhere out of this? He's not getting out of the block. No chance. No chance he's winning it. I'll eat my hat if he does. Because I can't see it happening. Not with Ace Austin, Alex Zayne, Francesco Akira, Hiromu Takahashi, Taiji Ishimori, Rysuke Taguchi, Sho, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Clark Connors. It's not happening, mate. I can see where you're going to finish, and that's the bottom of the pile. If you don't fix up, that's the problem. We've seen it. We've seen you have it in you to be one of the best Super Juniors in the world. And it takes a lot to get it out of you. You turn up when you feel like it feels. But overall, what a good way to kick off the best, the standard bearer of wrestling tournaments. The only one that gets anywhere near it is the G1, in my opinion. This is the one. Bun the rest of them. They don't mean anything. This is what I'm talking about when we talk about wrestling tournaments. This is what we want. This is what we want to see. Great matches. Not knowing who's going to win when we're going into them. Everyone giving their all. A great show. New Japan delivering again, proving why they are one of the best wrestling companies in the world. Bar none. Don't sleep on them. Get watching the best of the Super Juniors if you haven't. I mean, the standings at the moment, as you can see, don't mean a lot. It's like the start of the Premier League for day one. It means nothing. It's going to take a couple of days before we start seeing it taking shape and who's going to be where and who's going to be getting into the finals. Who knows? It's going to be exciting. We've got some great talents. Like I said, the debuts of Ace Austin, Alex Zayne, Francesco Akira. They're ones to watch, definitely. But for me, the standout of day one has to be the ticking time bomb or Taiji Ishimori. Definitely those two looking good. And the debuts of the other three. I mean, it could go anywhere. This is a stacked field. That's why losing on day one ain't such a good thing. How many can you afford to lose? If you want to win this best of the Super Juniors, how many matches can you afford to lose? Not many. Not this time round. This is going to be a tough one to call who's going to win it. I can't see it at the moment, but it's going to be good. Maybe Taiji Ishimori can do what Fergal Devitt did all those years ago. The Prince himself, you know what I'm talking about. You might know him better now as Finn Balor back in 2013 when he won Best of the Super Juniors, already being the IWGP Super Junior Heavyweight Champion. Can it happen again? Why not? Ishimori has never won it before, which is shocking already in itself. So he's got just as much chance as anyone, in my opinion. He's looking good. He looked good against Yo today. So if I'm going to put my money on anyone from Block A, it might have to be the Bone Soldier himself, Taiji Ishimori. But we've still got Block B to come, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a stacked field itself. That's tomorrow. This is Wrestling Bounce. What I need you to do now, before we leave, if you've got to the end of the video, then smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. It's right down there. You can see it's not that hard. Thank you very much for watching. I love New Japan Wrestling. You love New Japan Wrestling. We all love the best of the Super Juniors. Let's get on it. I can't wait for day 2. Thank you for watching. Stay lucky and have a good Sunday. See you next time. Stay lucky.